Big comes. Open up your arms towards the front. Kick the scoop. Back to the center. Open your arms to the back. Open one arm. Exhale back to the center. Roll forward. Open those back ribs. Scoop the abdominals. Sit tall. Alright, we can do a couple more of those, I think. Inhale. Roll up the sits bones. Scoop in the abdominals. Really open the ribs. Inhale and open. Exhale, keep the scoop of the abdominals back to center. Squeeze your inner thighs. Rotate the other way. Exhale, scoop those abdominals. Inhale, roll forward. Sit tall. This time we're going to go further. We're going to go all the way down to the floor. So inhale, roll off your sits bones. Exhale, scoop the abdominals. Roll down. Pause here on the inhale when you get to your sacrum. Squeeze and interlace the arms. And exhale, roll down further. Hands behind your head and slide your legs in. We're in a curl up position. Inhale, lower all the way to the floor. Exhale, curl your head, shoulders, shoulder blades off the floor. Let's really press those lower ribs into the mat, so we're trying to get up higher. And inhale, go down. Exhale, curling up. And inhale, lower to the floor. Exhale, head, shoulders, shoulder blades. Staying up there, inhale. Exhale, float your right leg up. Inhale, exhale, float your left leg up. We're going to do a set of 10 toe taps here. Inhale, exhale, tap. Toe of the right, inhale up, exhale tap, inhale up, exhale, inhale, exhale. Every time you inhale, try and come up a little higher, because as we get a little fatigued, we might drop our height. And 7, up, 8, inhale, 9, and 10. Arms by your sides, reach your arms long, inhale, exhale, set 100s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put your head down if you're feeling stress in the neck. Scoop those abdominals deep to help you. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in. And out. 2 more sets. You can straighten your legs if you wish. 2, 3, 4, 5. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the legs for greater intensity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend the knees, lower the head. Let's rotate our legs around. Knees to your chest. And way. And you're going to keep your heels quite close to your buttock, so put them really close into your bum. And we're going to do some pelvic curls, but I want us to really work the hamstrings and glutes. So you squeeze the heels down in towards your bottom, and you're going to bring your heels even further towards your buttock as your knees go away and you roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Inhale up here, exhale, come back. Sternum, upper ribs, middle ribs, lower ribs, all the way down. Just makes those inner thighs work a little harder if we get the heels like really close into the buttock. Heels towards buttock, knees away, and curl that sacrum off. Press the backs of your arms and the backs of the shoulders into the floor. Inhale, squeeze those inner thighs. Exhale, come down. Sternum, upper ribs, middle ribs, lower ribs, waistline, all the way down. And squeeze those fingers, reach the fingers down long. Backs of your arms and shoulders into the floor. And peeling off 1 vertebra at a time, squeeze the inner thighs. From here, you're going to float up your right leg by pushing your left leg to the floor. right leg to the ceiling, flex it and drop it down. Inhale up, exhale lower, inhale up, exhale lower. Push your arms into the floor, inhale up, exhale, scoop the abdominals, lengthen the spine, and 2 more, and up, and 1 more, up, bend the knee. Let's go straight into the other side. Push up, right foot to the floor, left leg lifts and straightens, flex, lower down 1, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up. Push your right foot into the floor so your hamstrings and your glutes work to support you. Last 1, and down, and up. Bend the knee back to the floor, and inhale, exhale, roll down, 1 vertebra at a time. And straighten out right leg and left leg. Let's see how our roll-ups are going. Arms overhead. Inhale, lift your head, neck and shoulders off the floor. Flex your feet and curl up and over to a nice C curve. Oh, beautiful work. Inhale, exhale, roll back. Now feel that moment you get your sacrum to the mat, then you can point your toes down and lower further back to the floor. 2 more of those. Inhale up. Keep coming up, flex the feet, scoop the abdominals, reach forward. Inhale, exhale, roll back. Get the sacrum down, then point the toes and lower the rest of the upper body to the floor. Inhale, exhale, flex the feet, roll it up, reach the arms, reach it long, and sit up tall. Arms open, side bend over to your right, push up, arms back, and do a spine twist. 1, 2. Then we go to the left, side bend, and up, then you rotate to that side, rotate, center, side bend right, push up, and then rotate, center. So if I go over to my left, I come back up, arms to the side, and I rotate to that same side, and center. Side bend to the right, come up, and then I rotate to the right, and center. Side bend to the left, come up, and rotate to the left. Now we're going to do 4 more in double time. You okay? Everyone, ready to go? And 1, 2, 3, 4, sit. 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 Last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, sit. 1, 2, 3, 4, sit. Hands behind you. Bring your legs in and lift up onto the balls of your feet and push yourself forward. It'll just stretch you out through the front of the hips, or the best version thereof. And then you lift your abdominals, come back, so it's a deep fold of the hips, so your knees come in and curl into a ball. We're going to do 1 more. You bring your hips forward and open your hips, open your chest. Inhale, exhale, lead with your tailbone, deep fold in the hips, and knee over, and then hug around your knees. We're going to do 5 rolling like a ball, like balls, not ovals. So we're going to roll back on the inhale and exhale, coming back up. Inhale back, tailbone to the ceiling, exhale up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Nice deep abdominal contraction. Nice smooth rolls because we've really articulated our vertebra. Last one. And up. And back to our cross-legged position at the front. And this one is going to take us up to kneeling and back down. So what we're going to do, a couple of you did this one with me last week, and I want to continue with it because I think it's a really good movement process. So what we do is let's put our right leg in front now. That's that one. And this means that we're going to do a side reach to the side to the left and over and reach and come up and look under your right armpit, and your left leg is slightly off the floor, and then you bend and you're externally rotating in your hips to come back up. Feel better this time? And we do a few to the same side. So it's just a side bend today. So reach and bank it out and over. And then you put the front foot down on the floor and spin around and look under your right armpit. And then you lean back, you bend your knees, externally rotate the hips and sit back up. Reach it out, hands on the floor, bring it around and under your right armpit, and then bend, externally rotate, and here we are. Now we're going to swap it to the other side. So we will stretch out to our right this time. Reach it over, big stretch. Now you're going to use your weight on your right foot to push you up and bring your right foot behind you and look under your left armpit. Then bend the knees and externally rotate the hips to sit up tall. Side bend over, reach the arm, use the left foot to push you up and come around. And then externally rotate and come back out of it. One more. And side bend and reach. Coming up and around. And then bend and back down. Now for that movement, it's so good because it just spirals our whole spine and our arms and our legs. So it should feel a little bit, I shouldn't say wrung out, twisted out a little bit. So I want you to just do a little bit of a rock and roll, pushing, pulling, pushing, pulling, pushing, pulling, pushing, pulling. Now we're going to start to incrementally move ourselves forward. So let's get to the back of your mats and we use a coordination of picking up our knee. So we pick it up and we take it across and bring it forward and put it down. Pick up the other, bring it across, turn it out and put it down. Pick it up, swing it forward and put it down, bring it across and put it down and cross and down and cross and down. So basically internally and externally rotating the legs, and you're ever so gradually creeping forward and And you're going to sit with your legs like this and roll up. And we're going to crab crawl back to the back of your mat. And then you're going to crab crawl forward. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we go back. Back 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll do it from the side for you. It is back 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more set. 1, 2, lift your bum. 4, 5, 6. And 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bend down and sit tall, reaching your arms out and take hold of your feet and straighten one leg out, straighten the other out, and just as far forward as you can get. You can get your nose to your knees, that's great. It's mainly just so you get a stretch right through the lats and through the back, dropping your head, and then looking up. So you're in an extension of the neck, and then down, and then up, and down, and up, and down, and uncurl. Everybody feeling okay? Yeah? So I want us to lengthways on our mat. We're going to roll down again to the floor, roll down, and then floating up your left leg, floating up your right leg, and we're going to open the right leg just slightly. Exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale, open the left leg. Exhale, bring it back to center. Open and close. So not so much of rotating as just abducting. You open the leg and close. And open and close. And open, close, open, close, and open, close, open. We draw the abdominals down towards the spine, and close, and open, close, last set, and close, and open, and close. Now we're going to go for a little bit of a challenge. You're going to straighten up your legs. We're going to roll over so our legs are parallel to the floor. Push your arms down, lift your spine and roll over. Flex the feet, press the backs of your shoulders into the mat. Separate the legs, hip width apart, and then roll down, scooping your abdominals in. Do not put your thighs onto your chest. Make your abdominals work, and your triceps will work a little bit. And just going to do 2 more, because this is a work in progress for some of you. And breathing, exhale, scoop the abdominals, lift the tailbone, roll all the way over, flex the feet. Bring them hip width apart and roll down. Pushing the weight down onto your triceps and close the legs. Last one. Inhale, exhale, lift up and roll over. Scoop the abdominals, separate the legs, tailbone to the ceiling, and roll back down, vertebra by vertebra. Point the legs and close. And bend the knees. Take hold of the back of the knees and roll yourself up. And we're going to do a little bit of side strengthening work before we finish. So you're going to straighten out the arm, we'll use our right arm. So it's like And we're going to straighten out the left leg and bring ourselves up to a high kneel. This arm goes up to the ceiling, palm facing towards me, and we lift that leg up. We lower it down to the floor. Then you're going to put your weight onto that foot firmly because we lift up the bottom leg. And then lower that down. Put your weight onto your right knee and shin, and then you lift up the left leg. Lower it down, put your weight into the left foot, and use the underneath muscles here to support you, and you're lifting that knee, so your right toe is inside your left knee. Then you lower that down, and lift it up, the left leg. And lower down, and then lift up the bottom right leg, and lower, and lift, and now you're going to lower your butt and cross that left leg over, and come into a nice stretch for the buttock. So you're wrapping around, pulling that knee towards you, and looking back behind you, looking over your left shoulder, lift up your chest, rotate around, and come back in, sit up nice and tall, hands back behind you, and roll back, swap your leg around, but we're not staying there for long because we haven't done enough work yet, so we're going to bring that leg back to the side. We're going to go up onto the other shoulder. So make sure there's an even triangle shape there. And you straighten out your right leg, raising that arm. So Pam, if this is a bit of a problem for you, you can do this down on your elbow. And so we come up onto our shin, we're onto our knee, and the shin of the left leg's on the floor, and we raise up the right leg, then we tap the right leg down, and then we put all our weight into our right leg and lift the left leg off the floor. Then we lower that left leg and straighten and lift the right leg up. Lower, press the weight of the right foot to the floor, lift the left leg, and lower. And we will see there's a difference between the first side and the second side. This one's either going to be a bit more challenging or easier. Put your weight on that right leg and lift. Lower that left knee, raise the right leg. Lower the right leg, lift the left, scoop the abdominals. Got one more to go. Lower it down, lift up the right leg, lower that right leg, and lift, and lower. Sit your bottom of your left side down, pick up your right knee and cross it over the left. And bringing your arm around and pull the knee in, so you get a stretch through here in your glutes, and look over your right shoulder. But trying to keep your right buttock down to the floor as much as possible, because then you get the most stretch. And unwind out of that. Straighten your legs out to the side and roll down onto your front. To finish with our much favoured diamond press. We can all do a diamond press. So forward on your hands, inhale to prepare, exhale, lift the abdominals and widen the elbows as you lift your sternum, all those thoracic vertebrae off the floor, lengthening the crown of your head towards the wall in front. And inhale, going down. Exhale, coming up. Nice and broad between your shoulder blades. And inhale down. And exhale up. Now staying up there, Really lengthen the legs away from you. I want you to reach your right arm forward and your left arm on top. And then I want you to turn both of the arms inwards so the hands clap together. So not like this, but like that. So that both arms are internally rotated, then the left one goes over the top of the right so the palms of your hands are together. And then you're going to lift your head up. It's already up in your diamond press, but you're going to draw the armpits down towards your hips while you reach your fingers away to help you come up that little bit higher and really stretch the area between your shoulder blades. And you look down to your chest and then look over your left shoulder. Look down to your chest, look over your right shoulder. And down to your chest, over your left shoulder. Pull those shoulders towards your hips and then down and look over your right shoulder. Back to the center. Twist your arms, palms facing up. Bend your elbows in. And bring them right in close to underneath your armpits. Tuck your toes under and scoop yourself up. And reach your arms out into a child's pose. I want you to hold that there for 10 counts. It's your own time, 10 counts. Enjoy that, enjoy the stretch and the release.